Hello and welcome back to Live Laugh Lily Kincade with your host, Lily Kincade. I'm trying to talk slower to feel more calm because I know I have a tendency to talk fast. All my friends get on me for that. But that's because I feel like I have so much to say, and I realized I was like worried I wouldn't have enough time, but we do have enough time. We're talking very peaceful because this episode is a good episode. Y'all, Merry almost Christmas. I cannot believe it is currently Monday the 23rd, and I'm going to upload this tonight because I like to be authentic. We like to be in the moment because I know these episodes are, the reason why I started this podcast a year and a half ago, and I just love talking about this is because I'm like, I know, like, even myself, I'm going to be going through these things again. Like, life is not like a one and done. Oh, you have this issue, you fix it, you're done. And so I know whoever finds this episode will find it at the right time. And yeah, so we're here. This is episode 18 of season 2, and this is the second to last episode of the year. We have one more left. I've been pondering, what do we want to talk about for the final episode of 2024? I don't know yet, you guys. If you have any ideas or any suggestions, you're like, Lily, I really want you to do an episode about this. Like, do you have any advice for this? Please let me know in the comments below or DM me on Instagram, which is all linked below because y'all know I love to chat with y'all. Anyways, I just got my nails done if you're watching the video. Back to short nails, which means I can play guitar, which I'm so excited for because I'm working on finishing the album. The songs are obviously all written, but now I've been doing a lot of the creative stuff, which is really daunting and definitely something I underestimated, I think, but I'm ready for it. I just need to make a plan of action of like the specifics now that I kind of have the overall general like awareness. Anyways, I love y'all. Welcome back. Anyways, this is episode 18 of season 2. What you're not changing, you're choosing. That is the topic of today's episode. I wanted to I feel like everyone has kind of slow time around the holidays now. And so instead of doing it as the last episode of the year, because maybe I feel like we need to celebrate or do something fun for the last episode of the year, or like a good pep talk or I don't know. We'll see what it's going to be. But I just know something I've been thinking of is, my goals and being honest with myself about yes, you want to dream big, but in order to dream big, in order to make growth and progress, you need to accurately assess where you are and be as brutally honest as possible. And that's something we all avoid because, hey, we don't want to be like, wow, you know what? I really haven't been doing anything that I said I would do, because it's like a bad feeling, right? We don't want to feel that. But I feel like, I don't know, at least in my own personal life, because I just like to talk about things that I go through, because I know that if I'm going through it and I'm human, there's at least one other human out there who feels the exact same way. So anyways, I've been realizing there's a lot of things I'm not changing about my life that I don't necessarily, that I'm not happy with, right? I'm like, but I'm not doing anything actively to change that. And so not necessarily like, oh, I'm doing this thing intentionally, I know it's bad for me. No, but I realize that there's a lot of things that I just do that are part of my habits or part of my routine, like waking up and scrolling on TikTok for so long. I've been on a bad TikTok addiction. I'm not going to lie. I think it has to do with like the holidays and it being cold and missing friends, and also it getting dark at 4:30 p.m. that I've been bad. I've been like really down bad on the scrolling. Like to the point where it's bad where I am like, I can tell, it's different when you're like engaged. I'm not engaged. I just cannot stop scrolling, which is bad. Anyways, guess what? We're going through it. It's okay. So I've started to charge my phone, and I need to update my phone. So I'm going to update it. And then I have to put a time limit. I was thinking like dimmer and time limit at the same time. Anyways, but I realized there's a lot of things I wasn't changing. So like intentionally I wasn't thinking about it. I was pushing it out of the back of my mind, whether it be like habits that I do, or, oh, I always like eat really late and I don't necessarily like doing that. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing anything to change it. So I'm choosing it. I'm choosing to be addicted to my phone because I'm not actively doing anything to change it. And so I've been doing some research on like different ways to kind of assess. And you guys know sometimes I like to assess goals, but I recently came across the thing called the Wheel of Life, which a lot of people have talked about it. You've probably seen pictures of it on Pinterest. Tons of places. I mean, this episode isn't going to be very long because it's going to require you to do homework, but just know I'm doing the homework with you, and I needed to talk about this and share it with you because I have a little spin on it that I think is going to be helpful. So what you're not changing, you're choosing, period. I wrote down our quote, you guys. I wrote down our quote that we need to read because every episode we start with a quote. This one's by Maya Angelou. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Okay, one more time. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Period. So we need to be honest with ourselves. We are about to enter a new year. And granted, it's like, new year, new me. No, but okay. But here's the deal. Like, you need to be assessing your goals constantly. But I do like seasons, and I like things changing, and I do love this kind of like refresh. If it helps you to assess your goals and kind of like turn the page, use it. You know, you don't have to wait for New Year's. You don't have to wait for a certain season in order to change your life and assess it in your goals, but it does help it because there's more people kind of doing it, so you feel less alone in life. So anyways, I'm about to flip the screen. So screenshot this. This is really messy. This is just me drawing this. You can probably find printouts online, or you can draw it neater. I just have very messy handwriting, but this is what a wheel of life looks like. I'm going to go into detail explaining it and kind of the research. I read so many blogs, I went to so many websites, and I have like kind of my way that I'm doing it, so I'm going to share it with y'all. So I'm going to reverse the screen so you can screenshot wheel of life. So basically, your homework assignment is, in order to change the things that you are choosing that you don't like anymore, we need to honestly assess where we are, okay? No more lying. We need to honestly assess where we are. So you're going to make a wheel of life. You're going to make a wheel of life for 2024 authentically. And then you're going to make another wheel of life for 2025. Because here's the thing. I believe that you can do everything, but you can't do everything at once. Like, you can't have a family and have kids and be traveling the world. You can't do both of those things. You can do both of those things in different seasons, but you can't do both of those things at once. Obviously, like when you have a newborn, you can't be like, oh, I'm just going to backpack with the baby. Like, you can't do that. And so I've started to kind of realize that in every season, like there's going to be some seasons where, you know, you're spending a lot of time on your romantic relationship and your career, that you're not going to have as much time to explore new hobbies or to meet new friends because you're going to be busy. And that's okay. That's okay. But in order to kind of know what you want to focus on and be intentional with it, you have to assess where you are. So basically, a wheel of life is a way of kind of like dividing your life into a pie chart of sorts and then finding a way to assess it. The best way I can describe it as, you make a circle and you put I'm going to read you these categories that I found online, but basically you're going to make a wheel of life for 2024 and you're going to assess the fulfillment of each section honestly. And this is for your eyes only. Nobody has to see this, but in order for you to actually grow and change, and in order for this to actually be beneficial to you and useful to you, you have to be honest with your 2024. And guess what? Be honest with your 2024, because then you're going to make your goals for 2025 when you do your 2025 wheel of life, and it's actually going to be super impactful, and you're going to create a plan of action because you were honest. Okay? Let's dive into it. Y'all. Let's dive into it. I love y'all. I just feel like we're FaceTiming right now, to be honest. I kind of love it. It's like FaceTime with honestly, like, we should be able to FaceTime our friends with like a podcast mic, because there's nothing more better. There's nothing, that's not a word, Lily. There's nothing better. There's no feeling more like, I feel so yappy right now. Whenever I have my podcast mic, I'm like, I don't even need to be talking about something, but I feel official. Granted, I use this mic to record demos when I write, but that's aside from the point. Basically, from a scale of 1 to 9 or 1 to 10, however many circles you make, with 1 being the lowest and the highest number being like the most fulfilled, the most like amazing, you are going to rate these 8 areas of your life. And I want you to be specific. So I'm going to go over kind of like the categories, and then I found a really good website that kind of has some questions that I want to ask you. So this is perfect if you want to pause this, make your wheel of life, and then come back to these questions, or just listen now and then come back to this part of the episode when you get a journal or you have some time to think. But okay, the 8 categories on the wheel of life are: number 1, health, personal health; career / job, business; physical environment, so like your home, your house, your living situation, your physical, like it should not really about you, but more of your physical surroundings; neatness, cleanness, tidiness, etc. Vibe, decorate, like, you know what I mean? Fun, the next one is fun, adventures / hobbies, like activities. The next one is love / romantic relationships. So romantic relationships, if you're married, your husband or wife. The next one is family and friends. And I really loved, because some wheels of life that I found online it was like relationships all in one, but no, I do think you need 2. You need 1 for family and friends, and you do need 1 for like your romantic relationship, because those are 2 different things that are going to take different sides of you and also they're different. Like you can have multiple family and friends. You are only dating one person at a time. You're only married to one person at a time. So I think that's nice. And then so love, romantic relationship, family, friends. The next one is soul, self, spirituality. I mean, not really spirituality, soul, self. For me, it'd be God. I'm Christian. So I'm like my relationship with God, and that's kind of what I would put there. And then finances / budgeting / how you're spending money, which I guess is budgeting anyways. So health, career, physical environment, fun adventures, hobbies, friends, family and friends, love, romantic relationship, God, and finances / budgeting are your categories, which I love, right? So those are your categories, and you're going to make 2 of these. You're going to make 2 of these, y'all. You're going to make 2. So make 2. Before you even fill them out, I want you to make 2. Just get a pen, get a Sharpie, get a pencil, whatever floats your boat. And then I want you to honestly rate. Like, I'm going to be honest. Some of these, okay, love, romantic relationships. To be honest, I surprised myself this year. I surprised myself in 2024. I was very, not that I was very out there, but I was very, I worked through a lot of things in romantic relationships that I don't think I didn't have the opportunity to when I was like in 2023 even. I feel like I grew a lot. I grew a lot in my communication with romantic relationships. I grew a lot in, I don't know, I healed a lot of wounds, and I went through a lot and was able to detach a lot. And like my love and romantic relationships, it's like, yeah, I'm single. Like, yeah, I'm single now. I'm not 9. I'm like, oh, I'm not married to my perfect partner. But I would say, I really put myself out there. I took steps. I went on a bunch of dates. I got to know people. I got to know myself. I mean, you guys, dating is just gathering data. We need a whole episode about that. I don't really talk much about dating because my personal life I don't really talk about because I write about it. Because like if I talked about it, then who would listen to my music? Boring. Just kidding. But that's kind of why, because I also like don't know how to talk about it. It's like weird. I like can't talk about my own emotions. I can write about them. It's weird, but that's why I'm a good songwriter. So anyways, but I'm gonna give you these questions. It's gonna help you out. But yeah, it's very interesting. Or like physical environment, I really tidied up this year. I really cleaned. I decluttered. I went through my closet and I started like wearing things that I loved. Another one could be like finances. Like I probably didn't budget the best this year. I was a little lazy. Like you gotta be honest. My faith was like increasingly heavy this year. Like I was very into the word. I got my good small group community. I went to church a lot, like, and really listened and learned. Like that would be something high. Family and friends, I feel like I haven't been spending as much time with friends like as much as I could, but that's what this is doing. So oh my god, I'm ranting. Y'all are probably like, who is this girl? I'm turning off this video. I'm ranting. Okay, you're gonna make 2 of these, and I'm gonna read you these questions. So pause, come back to this, whatever it is. But once you have this, I want you to ask yourself these questions while you're kind of filling it in, and this is going to help you fill it in. And these are also really good journal prompts, okay? So, category number 1, health. This category for health includes not only physical health, but mental, emotional, and spiritual health. And also, too, these are some of the tips from a blog called Live Each Day. And I was like, period. Yeah, we're living each day. I love it. So, shout out to Live Each Day. Questions to consider when assessing this life category. Do I make my health a priority? Do I move my body and have physical activity / exercise every day? Do I prioritize eating nutritious, healthy foods? Do I honor my mental and emotional well-being and take steps to take care of myself? Do I have the physical, mental, and emotional energy to manage my daily responsibilities? So think about that. Pause this. Fill out your health. Don't fill out your 2025 one yet. I want you to fill out 2024, like your current, present wheel of life. Assess the whole year, assess where you are now, and fill that out. Okay, next category, career. The focus in this category of life is your professional self, your work, career, your business, etc. Do you have a goal? Are you trying to, do you have a goal that you're trying to hit in your business? Did you hit that goal? Are you wanting to get a promotion? Questions to consider. Ready? Do I like what I do? Does my career make good use of my skills and talents? Do I have passion for what I do? Do I add value to the world? Do I feel like I'm living my purpose? Next category, finances / budgeting. Okay, questions to consider. What role do I play in my family's finances? Do I feel knowledgeable and stable in the way my finances are managed? Do I have a savings plan? Do I have an emergency fund? Have I been using my money in wise ways? Next category, soul. Do I soul/God/yourself, basically, personal growth? Do I feel intellectually challenged? Are there skills I need to acquire personally to achieve other goals I have in my life? Is there a topic I've always wanted to know more about? What activities do I participate in to continually learn and grow as a person? Do I consider myself a learner? If so, what am I doing to foster my growth? The next category, physical environment. This is to assess how you feel about your surroundings, such as where you live, work, home, etc. Do I enjoy the location where I live? Is there a house project I've been putting off that would bring me peace, joy, comfort to have finished? Does my home office or bedroom need some sprucing up to provide a peaceful work environment? Is my bedroom soothing and restful that allows me to have good sleep? Is there any other house projects I could do that would create a more relaxing environment? The next category is fun, adventures, hobbies. This is to assess the funness in your life, okay? Because guess what? Life is meant to be lived. Is there a hobby I've always wanted to pursue? What items have been on my bucket list for a long time? What steps do I need to take to make them happen? What activities bring me pure joy? How can I add more fun and leisure into my life? And okay, let's see that. There's like 2 more left. Okay, the next one is family and friends. This is a category meant to focus on building deeper connections with your family, as well as meaningful friendships. Okay, questions to consider for this. Do I have meaningful friendships that feel authentic and genuine? Do I spend time with my close friends? Do I make time for family members? Do my friendships add meaning and value to my life? Do I have trusted friends with whom I can share both my wins and life struggles with? And the last category, love, romance / your romantic relationship. Do I have a romantic and loving relationship that brings me joy and fulfillment? Do I feel seen and heard in my relationship with my partner? Am I actively seeking healthy romantic and loving relationships? Do I feel like I am my most authentic self in my romantic life? Do I have a loving partnership with someone who cares about my well-being? How do I feel about communication between myself and my romantic partner? That is it, y'all. Those are the questions. So I want you to pause this, go back through it, fill this out, and then I want you to make another one, and I want you to fill out the areas you want to focus on. Like, fill it all out. If, you know what, 2025, I want to go into it really focusing on my career. I want you to really, really write that down and really focus on that career and kind of see, because at the end of the day, we can do everything, but we can't do everything all at once. And so it's okay to notice in 2024, okay, I was like really investing a lot of time in this, but it's okay to pull back a little bit and invest a lot of time in something else that you were lacking, because yeah, it's okay to do that. You're human. You can't do everything at once. You're not a superwoman. You're not Superman. And that's a good thing, okay? You can invest time and kind of, it's better to, what I've learned is basically, it's better to kind of focus in on something than divide your time. A friend to all is a friend to none. So it's like if you're doing everything, you can't do everything very, very good. So focus in on what you're doing. I want you to complete your wheel of life. We're going to talk about this next Monday. Complete your wheel of life for 2024. Like, be honest and assess yourself. And then I want you to make a wheel of life for 2025, like your ideal wheel of life for 2025, and fill that out and start thinking about those goals. We'll probably do another something about goals or confidence, because I get a lot of DMs about confidence. So we'll probably do something like that for next week's episode, but that's it for now. I know this was a little chaotic, but I want you to really think about this, because I want you to really, this is not something to rush through, okay? I love y'all. Let's say our affirmation. Today is a wonderful day. I'm confident because I'm a problem solver. I always have options because I choose to be optimistic. Today I will learn something new, laugh, make a difference in someone else's life. Make sure to subscribe. Give this podcast 5 stars. You can get my book down below. You can listen to my new music. All of the above. But yeah, you're amazing and I'm proud of you. And we're going to set really good goals. And we're going to, 2025, like, I'm actually serious. I know we say this every year, but no. This year is actually, there's something different. There's this boldness. There's this fire that I have, that my friends have, that I see strangers have. And like the veil is being lifted. Like, the truth is coming out and change is happening, not like everywhere. I'm just on fire for this. Okay. More later. More to come. Love y'all so much.